Hey, Jimmy with Cuff and Stuff. Well, it's game day. The guys are coming over. You're looking for something to serve for lunch. With a little bit of thought ahead, this is quick and easy. It's delicious. This is a giant chili cheese dog. Oh my goodness, they're so good. I do them a couple of different ways. I'm going to show you how to do it, so hang tight. All right, well, first I'm going to dice one white onion, and I want to get it in fairly small pieces. I don't need to put it in the blender. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the onions in a cast iron frying pan, and I'm going to soften them up a little bit. I really don't necessarily need to brown them, but I'm going to take them and get them a little bit translucent. Okay. I'm going to put just a little bit of butter for taste. That's optional. If you just want to leave it out, it'll work. I'm going to put just a little bit of butter in there. All right, I'm going to add our ground beef. This is 80-20 ground chuck. And I just want to put it in here and let it brown. All right, so I strained it with a colander and I put it back in, and now I'm going to add my tomatoes. This is 14 ounces of diced tomatoes and also 14 ounces of tomato sauce. I'm going to mix it in. And that just about fills my frying pan up. All right, I'm going to turn the heat down to simmer. I'm going to let this simmer a little bit. Now, to that, I'm going to add just a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to add a tablespoon of chili powder. I'm going to add a teaspoon of sugar. And last but not least, you know I've got to use it. This is Uncle Steve's new Lucky Shake. This is an all-purpose seasoning. I like how it tastes with beef. So I'm going to put probably a tablespoon and a half in with it. And let's mix this all up. Sure does smell good. All right, now here's what I need to do. This sort of kind of looks like a chili. Of course, it doesn't have beans in it. For those that gotta have beans in their chili. But I'm gonna let these tomatoes cook down, and I'm gonna let it cook slow so all these flavors mix together. And when we get it that way, I'll bring you back. Okay, so here's the fun part. These are 1/4 pound all beef hot dogs. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put them on every other space on this little Weber. I've got 8 of them. That's more than enough. Let's see, maybe not every other space, because I want just a little on this side. All right, that's got the dogs down. Now, if you remember, yesterday we took and we put we made our chili and we put it in. We're gonna put it in and let it get a little smoke. Now, if you see on this side, I've got a charcoal basket going with charcoal. I've got a piece of oak sitting on top of it. I'm going to take the lid, I'm going to cover it up. It is wide open on the bottom. I'm going to start off with it wide open on top, and I'm expecting this to take between 45 minutes and an hour. I'm going to hold this somewhere between 250 and 275. And we're gonna let it cook away. All right, well, we have been 45 minutes. And look, the dogs are nice and brown. Oh my goodness. The chili is bubbling. Let's take the dogs off. They have smoked long enough to get that smoke flavor in them. We'll take them off. My goodness. That is some pretty dogs right there. All right, and let's see. Let's get my rag here, and we're gonna take the chili off. And look at that. And I can tell it's got some smoke in it. Oh, that's gonna be good. I already know it. All right, hang tight. Well, let's start putting these boys together here. All right, so this is just a little small sub roll, okay? And I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna cut it down, just open him up like this. I'm gonna do all 4 that way. Just like this. Man, you should smell this stuff. Oh, friends and neighbors, I'm telling you what, this is good smelling stuff. You got a football game about to come on. Oh my goodness. Hard to beat. All right, so let's take and let's put one of these 1/4 pound all beef dogs and you want your chili, you don't want it watery because that's going to water down your dog. But look at that. Look at that. All right, let's do the second one. We're just going to be able to do 4 at a time, but that's all right. That is all right. Well, you see that making my chili, the onions you can't really see. Same thing with the diced tomatoes. You can't really see them in that. All right, now next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cover this with cheddar cheese.
This is a whole package of cheese. Since there are 8, I'm going to put about a half of this on it. Somehow I don't think you can do too much cheese on a hot dog, but especially a chili cheese dog like this. Okay, well, we didn't let it cool down. Let's put our little package right back on, and maybe 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes on the cheese. Oh my goodness, look at that. All right, now for me, I'm gonna take and put a little jalapenos right here on the grill. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna let these go about a minute on the grill, sink into that cheese, let it set, and then I'm taking those off. All right. Oh my goodness, look at that. All right, the jalapenos have melted into the cheese. We're gonna help them out just a little bit. Look at that. Oh, those are mine. All right. Well, look at this. I'm gonna walk up and let you see. Look at that. Is that pretty? Oh my gosh. And hey, it's gonna taste just just as good, I promise you. Let's take a bite. I'm going in. The bun toasted a little bit as we let the cheese melt. Oh my gosh, that chili, out of this world. You got to try this. I promise. This is game day food. Whew. I'm going back. You won't buy a hot dog like that. Not unless you come to my house. I'd share with you. You're not here. All right. So, as always, appreciate you hanging around. Hit the circle over here if you haven't already and subscribe. Tell your friends and neighbors about it. Over here, I'll have another video for you. So, until next time, hang tight.